Hey everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how I achieve my most natural makeup look. Okay, so here I am all bare-faced and ready to go. I'm starting out by priming my face with the ULTA Matte Primer. I find that this gives me a really nice foundation, I guess you could say, for my foundation. And I love the stuff, so it works for me. Now to prep, I use the NYX Dewy Setting Spray. The reason I use this is because that matte primer can be drying for my skin type, and I find that this provides a good balance. Now for the brows. I use my favorite tools, starting with the spoolie. I'm going to straighten these brows out because they are looking a little bit rough beforehand. And then going in with my Anastasia Dipbrow, I'm going to go and start to do my brows, I guess you could say. And I don't know why, but mine has gotten a little bit crusty since I bought it. So if you have a way to repair that, like fix it, then please leave it in the comments so I can work it out. And there go my eyebrows, ready to go. Now taking this Camouflage palette from CoastalScents, I'm going to clean up beneath my brows. Now I find that this really is the step that gives my brows their shape. And if you've never seen an eyebrow tutorial, ooh, that palette looking a little rough. But if you've never seen an eyebrow tutorial, then I suggest looking some up because I learned how to do my brows from YouTube and it's very helpful. And this step really does just kind of highlight the brows and make them look fresher. Now taking that darker shade, I'm going to conceal above my brows as well. Sometimes brushing through my brows leaves them messy at the top, so to avoid that, I just clean them up with concealer as well. Now that my brows are done, I'm going to conceal these dark marks on my cheek. They're not as visible on camera, but I guarantee I've got some discoloration from acne scars. So taking this LA Girl Pro Conceal, I'm going to mix that with that darker shade again to create an orange shade, and this is really going to be what color corrects those dark marks and stops them from bleeding through to my foundation. So I would just pack that in, get the right shade if I need to by mixing more of the Pro Conceal, blend it under my eyes and conceal my bags as well. And I love this combination of colors because it really does conceal well for me. So anyways, sometimes I actually feel like I'm good to go just like this. If I have to leave the house like this, I will. I have pretty good coverage. Let me stop. No, seriously guys, this is just for color correcting. I would not suggest leaving the house like that. So now for coverage, I use Makeup Forever Ultra HD Foundation. I take just one pump of this because that stuff is expensive and I ain't trying to use too much. And I mix it with the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation. Basically the same shade, and actually I find that this mixture works really good for me and getting the right amount of coverage for me because that matte primer is just amazing. On its own it gives me the best finish, but I don't like to use a lot of it because it's expensive. So I'll take that Maybelline Fit Me foundation and mix it in and find that it gives me a good balance between, matte and then matter, but that Maybelline one gets a little bit oily. But anyways, I'm getting off topic, so now I just go ahead and blend. I find that blending is key to getting that natural look, whether you're doing heavy dramatic foundation or if you're even just doing natural looking foundation. You want to blend until you can't blend no more, because you don't want to walk out the house and then later look in the mirror and realize that you missed your whole entire chin area with no foundation, because it's happened to me and it'll happen to you. So blend, 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 blend. Yep. Okay, so now I'm going to highlight, or I call this my tribal markings. Taking my LA Girl Pro Conceal, one in a darker shade, one in a lighter shade. I'm going to create this little triangle underneath my eyes on both sides, obviously. And then after I get that triangle shape, I'm going to go ahead and conceal down the middle of my nose as well and in between my eyebrows. And then I also like to hit my Cupid's bow after that, and then my chin as well. Now a step I do on top of that is taking that lighter shade and putting it at the base of the highlight, because I find that this really gives me that natural cheekbone highlight without using powder, because for some reason powder highlight never looks good on my skin, so I just don't use it. But I find that this gives me a more natural dewy finish and it still gives me that upper cheekbone highlight that I'm going for. And again, I just blend. You want to make sure this is really blended. You don't want to have under eyes looking white and ghostly. So blend it in, pack it in. It doesn't matter if it looks like your skin. I guarantee it'll end up looking natural. So now I'm going to bake. Now, so taking my NYX Set It and Don't Fret It powder, which is basically a shade lighter than my skin complexion, I'm going to pack this in under my eyes. This is really what's going to be this is really what is going to be what sets that concealer in, that highlight in, and make sure it does not budge throughout the day. So I just pack that in. It looks like I'm using a lot, but I'm really not. And while that's baking, I go ahead and spoolie through my eyelashes, I make funny faces, and I get ready to contour. So taking my TANtalizer, I have the travel size, because again, I ain't trying to spend that money. I go ahead and get the brown shade ready to go, and I just contour my hollows of my cheeks, create a nice shape. And I try not to go too heavy, although I do love contouring. I try not to make it too heavy because again, this is a natural look. But again, after I blend all of this out, it won't look even that dark. It'll look much more like my skin, and only as the day goes on will the contour and the highlights start to really peek through and look natural. But right now it's looking a little bit more heavier than I prefer. So, but I'm gonna blend it out in about 5 minutes, not 5 minutes, like 2 minutes, so you don't have to worry about that. I also hit my nose on top of my forehead and my jawline as well, and these are my contour hot spots. Now I add just a little bit of blush. I can't remember what blush this is. It's probably Beige Cosmetics more than likely, but I use just a little bit of that blush and just get it really packed in. So now I'm gonna set, taking my Maybelline Fit Me pressed powder, I'm gonna pack that onto my powder brush and dust off that baking powder. I'm gonna go ahead and dust that off of my face and kind of blend in some of those other spots, really get rid of that powder all around that I can, and make it look more natural and more flat. Then I go back in with the blush if I need to, if I feel like I dusted off too much of it. And then I set my face once again with that dewy finish spray, and gives me that nice natural looking glow. And then I do my eyes. These are my favorite tools to do my eyes. This ULTA Amp Lashes works perfectly for my freaking curly lashes. And then I just go ahead and wipe off any makeup that's collected on my lip area, apply my EOS, and then I'm basically ready to go. So I take these clips out of my head, shake out the hair a little bit, get it looking how I like, and then from there, I'm pretty much ready to go. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like it, and then also don't forget to comment and subscribe.